Hey, me again. This is part 2 of the Learn With Me segments, I guess. We'll go with that. Part 2, we are going to go a little bit further on editing what we sequenced last time. I'm just going to be editing out dead space. Probably pretty simple stuff. Let's prove it. There's the... There we go. There's that. You all can see, and so can I. Alright, let's go a little bit deeper. Dig a little deeper, as Disney would say. The audio on this is hard to hear, so I apologize. Also, this is editing for Clusterfunkery, the musical game show that we filmed. So if you are familiar with that and don't want spoilers, hard to say. I will try not to do any spoilers, but you may not want to watch this until after that premieres. But for right now, if you trust me on this, then yeah, you should be fine. I'm not gonna play a whole lot. It's gonna be a lot of cut and like play, pause, sequencing, and then like splitting, and then we'll get into camera angles probably in the next segment where it'll be real spoilery. So I might wait on that one in general to post, but yeah, I'm probably gonna just post this one like right before the premiere. So I would suggest waiting if you don't want any spoilers. These will be spoilers without context though. So hopefully that helps. Okay. Hello friends, and welcome to Clusterfunkery, the musical game of mini games. I'm your host Alicia. Let's get to know our contestants. Okay, so alright, so that little hiccup there, I'm going to keep it for right now. It's endearing, I like it. So there's that. Okay. Okay, I think what I'm going to do, zoom in real good here so I can see exactly where the audio is, because I know I start saying at that peak, that's all right, and I know I don't want that in there. Well, maybe I do. Let me hear what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't want that all right in there. I'm just gonna let them introduce themselves then. Which means I'm going to snip it there and there. So all I did was highlight the video segment I want to snip, click the snip button, highlighted the next one, and hit that again. So pretty easy. I'll go to where I want to resume and do the same thing. Okay, so we want to start it right about we'll go there for right now. And now let's see what that looks like. I'm going to delete that and that. And it automatically places those two back to back there. So let's see what it looks like. Pretty smooth. Okay, cool.
I'm Sherry Ryman. I'm the band Andy Matter, spelled like the Mad Auntie. And I'm also a visual artist.
So yeah, that's pretty neat there. That worked how I thought it would work. I like when it does that. I spoke over that one. You'll enjoy that line in the real deal. So again, I don't want to be talking, so I'm gonna go here and start it a little bit before where he comes in. And I'm gonna stop it right there. Ooh, that was cool. Apparently if you don't highlight, it'll just do both of those. Okay, cool. That I didn't know. See? We're learning! Cool stuff. Delete. Alright, let's see how good of a transition that is.
This is all going in. Nothing's getting edited out.
Hello, I'm Des.
Okay, yeah, again, with a pretty seamless transition there. I'll probably do some little finagling to get rid of to smooth out the jump there. But yeah, that's seems pretty straightforward there. So let's see what more we have. Okay, so I know that I'm going to want to go back to my angle here, so I'm going to put a bit of a cut in there, and I'm going to label these, because whatever's on top, so like it will, 1's your base, 2 is a layer, 3 is a layer. So whatever your top layer is, it will override your base, it looks like. So I'm going to actually label this. I can rename these, I think. Yep. I can rename individual sections. So I'm going to say, use this angle here. So that way I know that that's where I want to come into that angle. So I can honestly, I don't really need these, I don't think. I'm gonna save this in case I completely mess myself up here, but I'm actually gonna just try to like delete what I don't need.
For our viewers here, this is the first time I'm actually getting to meet Sherry and Thomas in person. So I don't know a lot about you, so hearing all that's fascinating. I do see your art on Facebook, but I think I'm really waiting to your Facebook page. Personally, I probably scared the intro. But all right.
Facebook. Apparently only old people use that nowadays. I'm on there. But I'm probably a 90-year-old in a 29-year-old body that doesn't know it's 29. Yes, so we are going to keep our wide angle for a while here. But that's going to be a little bit spoilery, so I'm going to scroll down so I can see our audio clips and see where I want to cut for that. Okay, so there's no talking there. So that's going to be where we go back to our contestant cam there. We're going to rename this to something. And we're going to rename that to use this camera angle. Okay, and now I'm going to, is there a disable feature here? There is. Awesome. Okay. So I don't even have to delete anything. So that's cool. There is apparently an enable and a disable feature. So if you don't want the thing on top to show, you can just right click, go to this enable button and click it, and it will disable it. Go back to that to enable it. Learning. Cool. Love that. I'm actually going to go do... Nope, not going to do that with that one yet. Because I don't know where we need to go for that. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. We learned something there. Alright. So, one thing that I do know is I'm not going to actually, like, cut a lot of them. I'm actually probably going to speed a lot of that up, which I will show probably in a later clip, because right now we're just kind of going through the 40-minute segment here. But realistically, all I'm going to do, because we're about to get into some way more spoilery territory, and literally the only difference is I'm going to be adding in a third thing, which is not actually a third video clip, which is not actually going to affect anything majorly as far as the process goes. So I think we've kind of learned everything here. So I'm probably going to go ahead and end the video with that, so that way I don't accidentally get major spoilers involved here. But yeah, essentially it's just going through, watching it through, figuring out where you want to cut, and then and I learned that if you click out of them, you just hit the cut button, the snip button there, and it will snip them both at the same spot. Or not really both, but all. If you have more than two, it will snip all of them at the same spot, which is actually really nifty, because I have a tendency to accidentally move the cursor to different spots, so it kind of prevents human error at that point. So I like that. Yeah, so this has been a pretty neat little learn with me section. I actually learned new things about like the snipping multiple at one time, and also the enable disable feature. So really cool stuff there. I dig it. I'm here for it. So yeah, I actually am going to end the video on that though. So yeah, because I don't want to get y'all too much into spoiler territory on this. But yeah, that's that, and by the time you watch this, I will probably be uploading Cluster Funkery, the musical game show of mini games, to YouTube. So enjoy that when it airs, or if you're late to this video and you've already seen that and you're like, oh cool, I get a behind the scenes on how it's edited, and you're watching this after the fact, I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to doing way more with you all. Go ahead, hit that subscribe, the like, the follow on the socials, on the YouTube. Wow, I really am sounding like a 90-year-old. Maybe I do belong on Facebook. Okay. I am on Instagram and TikTok though, so go find me, say hi, connect. I love you all.